Hi, my name is Chloe Garrett, and welcome back to Team RISKK. So this week we'll be continuing to talk about our e-attendance, which is a tablet-based attendance system. So before we get into the two use cases that we developed in this iteration, we'll be talking about our architecture model. So we have a layered model. So we have 4 layers here. We have our user interface, our authentication / different kind of managers, and then underneath our functionalities, so like generation and student attendance, and then finally we have our database and iCollege. So we used a layered model so that if we make changes, it only affects some layer and possibly adjacent layers. And then over here we have our MVC. So our controller is our backend, which is input to our database, which shows output to our tablet. So yeah, we'll move on to the next person now.
I'm Roger. I'll be talking about our 2 main use cases for this assignment. They are instructor login and attendance session. Let us move on to a demo of our app. This is the splash screen. This is the instructor login screen. This screen implements the professor login use case. Professor will enter their email address and a PIN. Then once the professor is logged in, he or she can create an attendance session, which is this screen. Right, this is when the professor would create an attendance session screen where the students would be able to tap on their name. And this is the second part of the attendance session use case, where the student is able to sign their signature to indicate their attendance to that session.
So along with the use cases that he's talking about, we have our sequence diagrams. So starting with instructor login, the instructor will enter his email and PIN, which is the login phase. We'll authenticate it, and then there's 2 possible paths, whether it's an error or it's okay, and then we move on to our second use case, which, like Roger said, is attendance session. In this case, student's going to click their name, at which point the signature screen will be displayed. They'll sign their name. At this point, a future feature warnings will pop up, if there are any. And that's it for our 2 use cases.
Hello, my name is Kevin, and I'll tell you a little bit about testing. Now, when you log in, you get an email, PIN. Let's say, for example, you didn't enter your email. Of course, it will give you an error, but there's going to be different kinds of errors. Like, no email, you're just going to say no email. Incorrect PIN, or the user is not in the database, it's going to give, like, invalid password PIN in this case. If it's successful, you'll go to the dashboard, which for now we don't have it yet. This for instance prototype. Once you're in this screen, the attendance session, as a student, you would click, and then it would lead you to this screen. We personalize with an ID, and it'll show around the bottom. And to sign, you have to move your fingers across in the area right here. If you want to clear, there would be a clear button around here. And then you would click here to be done. And any warnings would show here, which is to do for now.